look, it's 23rd MAB and we on, man. Let's cook. Hey, man, look, so today we got us. Another banger for y'all right here. This is impressive. Breaking down the Beyonce and JayZ might split up because of Diddy, and also Nicki Minaj, DRAGS, JayZ, and Steve Sprout. I don't know what this is about. I'm behind on all drama and gossip, but a lot of y'all been sending me videos to react to when it comes to the whole Diddy situation, JayZ, Nicki. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it down and go ahead and react and give my 2 cents to impressive video. All right, so like button, sub button. Let's get straight into it. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive channel. Nicki Minaj is keeping her foot on JayZ and Roc Nation's neck. She is not playing around. And recently, she came after one of JayZ's affiliates, Steve Stout, and I'm going to get into that. But I first want to get into Nicki revealing that people were trying to pay her off to not speak about the bad business deal that she had with JayZ and Tidal. Now, back in 2015, JayZ launched a streaming service called Tidal, which was supposed to be one of the main competitors for other streaming platforms like Apple and Spotify. And he allowed 16 artists to have stake in the company, which included artists like Beyonce, Rihanna, Madonna, Kanye West, and of course, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, hold on.
Drake was also...
Nicki look good as hell, don't she? Hold on, my bad. God damn, she look fine. Nicki look about good as hell. I'm sorry, but she look, damn, that girl look, hey man, Nicki bad as a motherfucker, bro.
Artists to have stake in the company, which included artists like Beyonce, Rihanna, Madonna, Kanye West, and of course, Nicki Minaj. Drake was also supposed to be a part of this venture, but he decided to move on and do a deal with Apple instead, which of course angered JayZ. But the other 16 artists who did sign with Tidal were promised to be co-owners, and they were also promised to have a small percentage of the profit. Come to find out, they didn't make any money. In fact, Kanye West pulled out of the Tidal deal and said that JayZ owed him $3 million. Also, Nicki Minaj came out recently and said that she never got paid any money from Tidal, and this was frustrating for her because at the time, she was giving Tidal exclusive rights to stream her music and her music videos.
Damn.
So she was really putting a lot into promoting Tidal, but she didn't get anything in return from it. So she made a comment pretty much saying this: I didn't even get one red penny when no one promoted it more than me outside of Beyonce. LOL, child. So after JayZ's Tidal venture kind of fumbled, he ended up selling majority of it to Jack Dorsey, and he made $297 million from the sale, which was a win for JayZ and some of the other co-owners, but not so much of a win for Nicki Minaj. Once Nicki put Tidal on blast for scamming her, the label executive Steve Stout defended JayZ on the Pivot podcast. Now, one thing about Steve Stout is he is an affiliate to Jay.
Of course.
And so whenever JayZ is in a pickle, you know, he always has a few mouthpieces that speak on his behalf.
I'm gonna say this real quick though, man. Look, if I'm Nicki Minaj, I'll be upset too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Respectfully, I'm going to be upset. Mind you, Nicki Minaj has one of the strongest fan bases in all of music in the world. Her fan base, I know firsthand that her fan base loves her to death. They will come to you. They are no joke. All right. So if Nicki Minaj gets all of her fans to go to one streaming platform, that is a lot of traffic. And so for her to do that and put all of her trust into this app, and for her not to receive not one penny from this situation, is insane work. This is insane work. When you have so many artists involved in something like Tidal, a streaming app, you need to make sure that business is A1. I hope that with that deal that he just sold the Tidal for, that he's going to reimburse the ones who pulled out or who ones that was there with him from the start. The Nicki, the Kanye Wests, the J. Cole's, whoever was on that stage should definitely be reimbursed for that time and energy and going all in for JayZ. So I'm hoping that Nicki, whoever was there, gets some money from that because, man, that's crazy. That's crazy work. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Two of those people are Steve Stout and Elliott Wilson. They also will go against Jay's ops as well. In fact, Dame Dash implied that JayZ was sending people like Steve Stout to come at him.
I don't know why everybody wants to send certain people. There's certain people that always are defending certain people and talking about me. and I know that they're sent to do it. And Steve Stout's one of those pause, burger face, stupid, will do anything anybody tells him for $1, hate his culture. And I just want to know who sent you, but you're making it obvious. And why you won't leave me the fuck alone. You know what I mean?
Now, Steve Stout did recently sit down on the Pivot podcast, and he came on there to defend JayZ after the whole halftime show Super Bowl controversy. And he also addressed Nicki Minaj's claims that she wasn't paid by Tidal.
I really don't like when people who open up doors as black people get shit on publicly like that. I just don't like it. I think in that case, what Nicki did was wrong. To bring up Tidal, his streaming company, that he gave you equity in, that you didn't sign the fucking paperwork, and that's the reason why you left millions of dollars on the table. That man didn't do nothing to you.
Now, Nicki Minaj responded to this, and this is what she said on Twitter. She said, "I received a call advising Tidal was sold, and they made no money on the deal. So all they could offer me was $1 million. But wait, there's more. The lawyer advised that Deseret, aka Desiree from Roc Nation, advised him that I had to sign the agreement in 24 hours if I wanted the $1 million or the offer was off the table. Listen to the end of fractions for what my response was." And she did reference JayZ and said, "While I count a mill, jigga what, jigga who." Also, she said this, "So Barbs, thank you for supporting something I was a part of. I love you, but I was scammed and offered $1 million to be silenced. I declined. The grace of God is sufficient. I didn't need their hush money." Hashtag Gag City Los Angeles. Tonight and tomorrow night, my documentary was also...
Let me go ahead and say that. Getting offered $1 million after helping build that platform is insane work, right? This is something that started when in 2013. He just sold it last year or this year. So are you telling me that all the traffic I sent over there and everything that I've done for this company and promoted this company and all you're going to give me for the last, 10 years of work is $1 million? For us common people, I'll take that shit in a heartbeat, nigga. I shut up for $1 million. I shut up for 100,000. Nigga, give me 1,000 right now. I shut up for the whole day. Fuck what you talking about? I shut up right now, right? But we can't play these games. First off, she has her own money, right? Clearly, she's touring. She's doing her own thing. Nicki Minaj would never go broke with her fan base. She could never go broke. She can sell socks for $40 a pop, and it will sell out. So she'll always be fine financially, right? But I do think it's outrageous work to offer somebody $1 million. It's a slap in the face. It really is. But, luckily she didn't take it because that would have been in the contract, right? In order to take this money, you cannot speak negatively about this company. It would have to be in there. It'd be like an NDA in a sense. So, luckily she didn't take it, and she's gonna talk her shit.
So Nicki was offered $1 million, but she was supposed to get more. She had like
a
3% equity in the company, and she signed the contract, but she did not get what she was promised. Instead, she was lowballed with the $1 million offer, and it was an insult to her. She felt like they were only offering it to her to silence her, so she didn't take it. Not only that, she kind of hinted about her documentary, which I believe was probably blocked by Roc Nation because she was planning to spill some tea about her relationship with Meek Mill. And at the time, Meek was a part of Roc Nation, so I don't think they wanted that documentary out. Who knows? Maybe they blocked that documentary for that reason. She also went on to say this: "They got to keep the conversation on me so that no one asks about these charges against their BFF." Woo-wee. She talking about Diddy now.
Ooh.
I mean, it seems the 30-year-old T here is far from stale. Patterns, Yet, Sass, Ugly, Alien, Stout, D-Breath, etc. all talking about Onika. Why are they talking about Oniqua? And Nicki responded to this interesting comment saying they wanted brunch and baby oil. So they were referencing the Roc Nation brunch and Diddy's 1,000 bottles of baby oil,
which is crazy.
Now, Nicki responded and said, worried about the tea of a 15-year-old child who was railroaded, and she's referencing her husband, Kenneth Petty. And she also said, but no comments on the tea and baby oil that's been going on for decades and as recent as months ago. If 15-year-olds need to be held accountable and told they can never move past their past, then what about the 30-year-olds who groomed, sat by and was silent, etc.? Oh, right.
Shit.
Let's keep the blogs focused on Oniqua.
Ooh.
Short and stout D don't want to talk about him friend them. You know what? That's a good question, though. That's a good question. Like, Steve is talking about everything but his friend Diddy.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on with that? I mean, he was in Diddy's close circle. He was hanging out.
Notice that nobody has Diddy back, right? As long as he's been in the music industry, nobody is stepping up like, no, I know Diddy's character. He did not do none of this. Clearly, he's guilty though, right? Because I mean, if you made all these connections, you have all these friends in the industry, and nobody has your back. Nobody's vouching for you as a man and your character and what you've done for the music industry. So that right there is very telling. So when I hear these things about Diddy and nobody speaks up, I know he did something. Like, we all know he did something, and he's definitely going to jail. He should go to jail for what he did in Cassie in that one video, because behind the scenes he was wilding. If he did that at the hotel, can you imagine what he's doing inside the rooms behind closed doors? He's in there damn near. He's beating the soul out that girl. He's beating her, bro. It's insane what he was doing to her. So salute to Cassie, man. I hope she's able to move past all that trauma. And I know she has kids and a husband and a family now. So hopefully she's living the life that she wants and that she's always dreamed of. Because getting away from this man was probably saved her life. It definitely did.
Him tough, him and JayZ. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But that's an interesting point. Now, Nicki went on to call out a few people, and she nicknamed them. I don't know who all the nicknames are for, but I'm going to take a guess. I could be wrong about this, but these are just my guesses. She said, Dear Short and Stout D, who is obviously Steve Stoute, Laffy Taffy Alien.
Who was that?
I don't know. Is she talking about JayZ? Because he has a funny laugh, like, that's how he laughs.
He do laugh like
also,
that.
she said D Breath. And this could have been about Elliot Wilson or the radio host who shaded her recently named Fathom Got the Juice. He said that Nicki was trying to duck his questions, and she said his breath stank to high heaven. So she could have been talking about either one of those guys. And she also said SAS or SAS. I think she might be talking about Stephen A. Smith, because he did criticize her as well. And he also happens to be a friend of JayZ. But she has all of these wild nicknames. And she went on to say this in her tweet. Now, this is interesting. She said, we want to know if you were present during the abuse of teenagers and children. That's what we want to know. You can't taste my pee. Stop. Aaliyah, Foxy, etc. During R. Kelly video shoots and stuff, did you know about the abuse to Kim Porter and Cassie?
Yeah.
Y'all seem to always run in a sort of rat pack. So that's what we, the people, want you and your peeps to speak on. Ugly, bald head, bowling ball beat. You ants don't have this energy for gangsters in person, but only for bees on the internet.
Look, I do. I respect how Nicki's going in right now, and I know, I get it. I understand what's going on, right? But she's speaking facts, right? 'Cause I know that JayZ have seen something when it comes to Diddy, because someone like Diddy, he clearly gets drunk. He likes to have a good time, and if you go to Diddy's parties, you know that he probably wilded out on Cassie a few times, and he probably was like, man, look, we're not going to get involved in that. That's a situation. But as a man, if you can sit there and just let shit like that happen, I don't respect you. Especially if Diddy's your friend. Because my friend could never hit this girl in front of me, and I don't do something. Especially if you my boy. I'm going to knock you the fuck out. There's no way. I'm going to let you sit right there and beat your wife in front of me. Nah, that's crazy work. We no longer cool. There's no way we could be cool after that. I'm not going to hang around nobody out there who beat women. We clearly not the same type of men. So we have nothing in common. If you beat women, we have nothing in common. What are we talking about?
Whew. Somebody protect Nicki Minaj, because She's getting a little too deep.
She's
getting a little too deep.
She is.
And she also responded to this post of her surpassing JayZ on Billboard. She said, "Move." Listen, Nicki is bold. She is very bold. And I'm not mad at her for going in, but I am a little concerned and a little scared for her a little bit. But she's the type who has no fear. You know, she's going to speak her mind every single time. So that's who she is. Now, there has been some tea swirling, okay? There's been some tea swirling that JayZ allegedly met up with a criminal defense attorney and a divorce attorney. Now, this was put out there by NT Lawyer, and I believe they have affiliation with the anonymous tipster site called Crazy Days and Nights. I don't know if this is true or not, but they are saying that this has something to do with Diddy's takedown. I mean, we do know that JayZ and Diddy were really, really, really close. We know that they hung around each other quite a bit at different events, different parties. And we also know that Diddy was out here recording celebrities without their knowledge and using it as blackmail. And who knows, maybe JayZ and Beyonce are on those tapes. It's also possible that Diddy might try to take JayZ down with him if he ever got a chance to confess.
He about to be snitching. He gonna snitch
about the other people who are involved in his whole operation. Who knows? Diddy is not going to be the type to go down by himself. He's going to bring some other people down with him. And there's a reason why you have all these CEOs suddenly stepping down from their companies. There's a reason why all of these celebrities and public figures are silent and they're scrambling. It's because things are about to hit the fan. I have a feeling that the Kardashian family are really about to go under over this because they have close ties to this situation as well. It was rumored that Kim Kardashian was one of Diddy's accomplices, allegedly.
New information suggests that not only was Kim aware of Diddy's questionable activities, but she also allegedly aided him in covering up the evidence and compensating his victims in exchange for a cut of the profits.
Whoa.
Also, Khloe admitted in one of the episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that she actually was at one of Diddy's parties. And she pretty much put it out there that it was a freak-off party because most of the people there weren't wearing clothes.
So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French so good. Montana. Well, this party, I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
So this is what Khloe said. Now, it was disturbing to me when she name dropped Justin Bieber and Quincy. I hope she's not talking about Diddy's son, well, his stepson, Quincy Brown. I don't know, y'all. This is just disturbing. And apparently they were of age, but still, the fact that they were there is disturbing. But the Kardashians are just a few of the many people who are suspected to be involved in Diddy's shenanigans. And Cat Williams actually put this on his IG story and said that Diddy is snitching on everybody.
He is.
And one thing we could all agree on is Cat hasn't been wrong about any of this yet.
Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Now, I went off topic a little bit, but I want to get back to JayZ. If this inside tea is true, it's possible that JayZ is preparing himself for the legal trouble and the backlash in the future. It's also possible that Beyonce is trying to separate herself from JayZ. If he goes down, it's not going to be a good look for her either. So she probably is getting her ducks in a row and planning out her escape. I kind of wish she escaped sooner, though. I wish she escaped after that whole cheating scandal happened. You know, the cheating scandal that had Solange whooping JayZ in the elevator. I wish she left then. But she stayed, and now a lot of this mess involving Diddy is coming closer to her front door, and it's just not a good look. But I don't know. Do y'all believe this tea that JayZ met with attorneys and he's gearing up to prepare for any legal trouble? I don't know, but we shall see what happens.
I think it's true.
Anyway, tell what y'all think about this video down below.
I think he did meet up with a lawyer to talk about any backlash that can happen and trying to protect himself from the Diddy situation. I'm sure he has some type of involvement, or he's probably been caught on the tape doing some things, and he's trying to just make sure that he's all good. That's it. I don't think the divorce thing is going to happen. JayZ and Beyonce got too much tied in together at this point. They might as well just stay married. Some people just stay married just to be like, fuck it. We've been together this long. We're just going to figure it out. You can do what you do on the side. I do what I got to do. But divorces get so messy, especially when you reach that level of success. It's no, y'all niggas might as well just thug it out. Thug it out. Forget it. Y'all good. You feel me? Just have a little fun on the side and come back home. Y'all so rich, you can have a whole left wing and right wing, nigga. That's your house over there. This is my house. And we'll meet up with the kids from the morning, then go to your side once we done dropping the kids off at school. And that's it. That's it. So that's what I would do, respectfully. But yeah, this whole situation is interesting. Nicki Minaj is standing on business. And I like the fact that she's not afraid to voice her opinion in the situation, in this matter. And she got done dirty. All of them got done dirty, nigga. I would need my money. If I'm Nicki Minaj, bro, I'm on heads just like that. I'm going crazy. Ain't no way you finna offer me $1 million after 10 years of work. And I'm getting paid millions right now performing. $1 million to her is like, you feel me? Like, what do you mean $1 million after putting in this amount of work and bringing all my fans over the Tidal? And I could have brought them to something else and got more money. And this whole time I've been sending them to your goofy ass. That's wild work. Anyway, like button, sub button, man. I'm gonna see you boys real soon. Kingston, Majesty.